Hey everyone, I'm Jamie Laszlo and welcome to Laszlo's Barcade. Sitting here chilling, drinking a Bud Light. We don't keep it too fancy here in Laszlo's Barcade. Bud Light is just fine. We do keep it a little fancy, I guess, with the vinyl, and that's what I wanted to show today, some of my fancier vinyl. These ones are kind of special to me. These are the first ones I thought of to bring out. First of all, I am a big Pat Benatar fan, as I said before in other videos. And I got this about 30 years ago in a little store in Pittsburgh called Jerry's. It's still there today. But this is a special that they played on the radio, and all the radio stations that wanted to broadcast it got this album, and they played this album as the broadcast. And it has it's Pat Benatar, and it's a interview with her, and songs. They play songs as well, and the commercials are right on the vinyl. Commercials for like U.S. Navy and Budweiser, old Budweiser commercials are on here, and it came with this, and this was for the DJ. It would tell you where to insert your 1-minute local commercial, when the commercials on the record start and end, so the DJ would know how to work the program. And I don't know what this is worth to other people, maybe $5, but to me, it's worth a lot. And I'm glad I still have it. This album is not the most rare album ever, but I have 2 copies. One I play, this one I bought. It's still sealed. It's an original pressing that's still sealed. And I know there's a lot of people out there that go, why do you keep it sealed? Albums are meant to be played. I have one that I play. How many sealed copies of this Black Sabbath album exist? I don't know. Not a lot. So I'm keeping it sealed. And another thing is, when these albums are sealed for a long time, sometimes you open them. I have a Don Henley that was sealed for 30-some years. I opened it, and it was all warped from heat. And it's heartbreaking. I don't even want to open this and be heartbroken that it's all warped or something, or stuck to the paper. So I'm just going to leave it sealed and imagine it as being in the most mint condition possible. This album, by a newer band, is Bareness. And every album they do kind of looks like this. Different art, but kind of the same. The lead singer does all the artwork. And everyone has a different color to it. This one is mostly purple. And every album is named after the color. So this was their last one from about 1.5 years ago. And it's called Purple. And the vinyl on this specific album is also purple. Very cool. I found that kind of on the cheap. I don't know if you go by the price guide on Discogs for what things go by. Sometimes it's a little high. This goes for a lot more than what I paid for it on there anyways. This is another newer band, Gojira. Kind of, some people would call it death metal, prog death metal. I think of them as kind of like a modern, heavier Rush. The drummer is probably the best modern day drummer out there right now. And this ain't the easiest thing to find on vinyl. And this one happens to be white vinyl. I'm a sucker for colored vinyl on new releases. When it comes to old albums, and let's say they were reissued on colored vinyl, give me the original black vinyl any day in mint condition. But when it comes to new albums, give me the colored vinyl. It just adds to the collection value of the new releases, I think. To me anyways. Especially when it's like only 500 were made. It's cool to know that you got one of 500. This one is really cool. Bob Marley, legend. We all know what this album is. It's his greatest hits. Came out, I think, in the early 80s. But this one, the cover is a cloth that's made out of hemp. So you could kind of smoke the cover as you listen to the album, if you really wanted to. And then the album itself is the Rastafarian colors. I found that in a local store here. He wanted 50 for it. He took 40. And I think I kind of stole it for that. Let me just set that aside now. This is very hard to find. It's an album by The Sword, another newer band, even though they're on break right now for hopefully not too long. You can find their other albums on vinyl. This one is hard to come by for some reason, and it's maybe my favorite album by them. One of those weird words that I'm not sure how to pronounce. Apocryphon, I don't know how you say it. You tell me. And it's orange vinyl. Looks like something you could put on a stick and lick and eat. I know. This one I got for my birthday about a month ago. It's an original 1996 printing of or pressing of Pearl Jam's No Code. And in 1996, they were making about, when albums came out, they were on like 1 million put on CD and maybe 7 put on vinyl. I'm exaggerating, of course, but that is a hard one to find. It was also in a local store. My wife asked me what I wanted for my birthday. I said, go down to Spoonful Records, and they have a Pearl Jam behind the counter. That's what I want. So that was a very cool gift. This is also another cool one. Mastodon. But what's cool about this, like I said, I'm a sucker for colored vinyl. It's got splatter on it. And I think it's like, man, those hype stickers that say limited to 500, I am a sucker for that crap. It's limited to 1,500. But still, Mastodon's a big band, so out of all the fans, only 1,500 of us have this specific pressing. And this one may not seem like much, but if you're a Kinks fan, this is a hard one to come by. I mean, you can go on eBay and probably find it for 50, 60 bucks. I came across it at a record fair here in Columbus, and the dude wanted, what did he want? $39.50, and he would not come down a penny. But it's in really good condition, and it plays well, and it's a great album. So I hold this one dear to my heart. And last but not least, this was the very first cool, quote-unquote, cool album I ever bought. Well, except for that Pat Benatar years ago, but I didn't even know at the time that was going to be like special down the line, because it was the 80s, and I just saw it and bought it. But this one, Captain Beyond, has the lead singer, the first lead singer of Deep Purple, I believe. Pretty cool album, somewhere between hard rock, psychedelic, and prog. But you can't see on video, but the cover has a 3D image. You can kind of see what it's doing there. Yeah, very cool. The other pressings have a one-dimensional image of that. And this came out in like 1972, like that. So I bet you that was really badass in 1972 when that came out, looking like that. It's still badass today. So there's a collection of some of my more cool albums, and I got a few more, but I like to keep these videos down to like 8 or 9 minutes because, you know, talking too much, and then I gotta edit it, and it's a buzzkill, especially when you're drinking Bud Lights and hanging out playing Millipede behind me. I'll still show you the video games another time, but this is episode 3. I'm getting like, I don't know, 30 people watching at a time right now. I'm not sure how to get more people to watch, but we'll see where this goes. All right, everyone, take care.